It's time for today's qualifying session to begin here in the United States. Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
So hello everyone, welcome back to our episode of 2017 career mode. Today we are at round 7. Episodes, I know it's episode 6, I think it's round 7 season. And we're here in the United States. This season is really close forward to promote already. Moving on Brazil, in Mexico, Brazil, down 3 episodes there. And down to season 1, hopefully. I don't know, I should be coming soon. Probably not in certainly not having them. Probably just it's going to be very especially about the final fantasy. But here we need to qualify. This is our first. I'll tell you what it's first. But on the second as usual. And it was like 95 miles demonstrating the outside to get tough balls. But we don't want to be too much in the dirt yet, because these cars just absolutely maintenance. It's nice and sunny here to States. See what we're doing. Right in this fast is running away. It's already run away all the time. I think Ferrari on structure. Because I think better than so I don't think I'm instructed to just do it. We'll be held those that was our first attempt. Seeing here on our second attempt, we're not on the pace. Don't know what it was. Just lose a bit of time. Should have just so second load. We did go for third attempt at that, so ran out of fuel. So that puts us in P10 our first attempt. 2.7 seconds off the pace. We are 5 full half second on teammate Carlos' side. And MX is 5 seconds slower than second. Actually, Bottas. Let's go out and see what we can keep fun of us as usual. As it's come to late with these episodes, those who've been watching for a while. The series will know that I've been deciding to go out myself late to get the best game sprint session. So, as fast as that. And here we are 2 tenths up, coming down deep RS range, all into 6th place. Jack Bang is out, so this will be our final attempt currently in a minute by 1 second, which is not good for in T Bottas E12. Let's hope we can actually get to that still. We're actually improving around 3 tenths up now as we go to the third and final sector onto this long swooping right almost 4 tenths up there. As we go up to the bar and see what we can. This is going to be enough to lift us up. I think it's not enough to get team bottom. It's not, it's only P13.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow.
It's going to be...
Your top 3 are Raikkonen, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So we finished ahead of one runner, which is good because we get finishing points for them. But, it's bad to see that we couldn't get car up. Carlos was only P15, so you can see that we lost a bit with runner, which is bad. We lost everything with Force India. So yeah. Anyway, enough about that. It is time for the United States Grand Prix. Time for the race.
Although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are three big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez and Ocon, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean and Felipe Massa, a Toro Rosso, Palmer, Carlos Sainz and Alonso, Hamilton, Van Dorn, Pascal Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson. Stroll and Kevin Magnussen rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So yes, we moved up a little bit. Nice to be the lead British driver, even if we are still saying, oh my goodness, it's going to be heavy rain for the entire race. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Heavy rain on this going. Oh, it's racing. What you're about to see as we go and they are out. Move away. It's been an absolute ball start going on back around the outside. We've moved to the outside to avoid hitting Grosjean. That puts us back down in so it's an okay start ahead of Honda, which can Honda slowing stuff and we get past Williams and Massa. Even on these conditions, Williams is very poor in conditions. Makes the Toro Rosso a lot better. This time surge, this time surge should suit the Toro Rosso better than Williams. It should actually suit the cloud. We're going to go down the inside here. Williams on the sideline. And there's actually replay, just see us coming out and spray. That's how bad visibility is today in the United States. So I've been to P9, I've been to P10. See some more things spraying behind us. You can see Max, a bit of contact there between us. Renault driver. Because we follow them up, we are going to go down the inside of Grosjean. Gives us space and says, I'm not up for it. I just want to go home to my French session. Meanwhile, that one Lewis Hamilton is coming into the pit stop short. That's the issue. Nothing in a puncher, but we move on at the end of the pit straight. We want to take a look down the end of the side. And Nick Hülkenberg squeezes us just to go up the side. It's another place. See there, meanwhile, this is our teammate Carlos Sainz. Looks a bit smoky. Is it because he's retired? It is. He's retired again. It's like he just have no luck in this series, Carlos. And to make even matters worse, he wasn't the only one that retired because Stoffel Van Dorn also went out. Moving to lap 3 now, down the inside of Verstappen and on DRS straight, which is DRS because no DRS running. We move up into P7. Ocon ahead, go down the inside of him on that corner into turn 1. And Ocon seems to be struggling because Perez is about 5 away. And seems to be the case. Move on to lap 4. Well, of course, actually after lap 6, we see broke away from it. As we mentioned it, think about changing the series up to Series 2, removing qualifying. Let me know if you still want to see qualifying. We'll make it just race. So that'll be something you guys need to tell me about. Otherwise, I'll just qualify. If you still want to remove the seat qualifying, just let me know down in the research. Otherwise, you will not see it in Season 2. Right, tells. Oh yes, you may have noticed that the subtitles in the previous 2 videos, unless heavily requested in the future, I should not do it because it takes forever to do on my own videos. So unless it is really requested that you want subtitles in a particular language, and that's been heavily requested, I get more subtitles. See then you need to let me know. But you can see here we are opening the gap up to 100 meters. Clearly slowing everybody up. See, we actually got on board. It's just, I don't know if it's not clearly Ocon's AI is not used to the emissions. I'm not sure what Ocon how fast he is, and we've got to the part of the race where it's actually got a bit boring. So let's have a look at the photo mode. Photo mode was added this year, and we're going to abuse it by looking at those people who are just standing around. Why would you stand for an hour and a half and watch the most boring race of your life? I mean, this race is very much like the 2017 season, most of it being a bit dull. I apologise for that. But there are people just standing there. And around the next corner there, you got this, I don't know what your stage there. But then you think there'd be people watching the other side. No, there's nobody there. It's just an empty field that you could at least have some people sitting down. But no, there's nobody there. You could even put seats in the stage as well to keep people out of the race. It's just a lot. There's just a van selling those sausages that you get down the park. Instead of these people that are talking. Oh, down the main straight. Oh dear. Surely they've heard of a raincoat, because they've all got umbrellas. There's a British flag, there's a Spanish flag for Alonso, not Sainz because he's out of the race. And then all these people on the podium, can they actually see on the first row what's actually happening? By the way, I love those cameras that swivel along on top of Haas pit through. Oh, those two people! What are you doing? You should be surely, as a marshal, you should be facing the track, not facing it. Anyway, we move to lap 14 now. It's time to make our pit stop. Perez has just come in. I'm going to about 1,005 ahead. Ocon, I think it's just. Where are we going to come out? We're going to come out with Johnny Palmer, who's starting the same. So we're going to pick up Ken Palmer. Hopefully, some inches in the see. Good to see. Our work we would accept as one of the records and target. A bit like Carlos Sainz in a sense, but Greenwich lost 2 positions. This is Nico Rosberg with the lap 16. He's made it. It's not on the previous lap 50, and he's going to come out with. Let's start. So we're actually going to see a little bit of racing. See there on the thing, P7 on the side there. Stuck in this is actually. Ocon tried to do the switchback, but then he clearly hasn't been watching my driver. because that's not how you do the switchback. And of course, a couple of minutes later, I get bored again, and they've spent more detail on that F1 2017 side than on all the cars. Just look at the poor graphics on that. This isn't on the Xbox. This is not on PC. Okay, this is on the Xbox. There's plenty of people. Let me go over here. Oh dear. Oh, there's two people here, and then there's this bloke over here. It looks a bit sad. Upset. Don't take it, whatever they said. Okay? Go and stand with the other people. More to the point, why does he have to stand up there? I think he's the TV cameraman. Why? And second of all, Codemasters, that board's supposed to show the driver numbers. Why can't we have the driver numbers? Look, as if the thing with people. Oh my goodness, the loneliest man in the world. Standing up there with a TV camera for an hour and a half, and he's not even got his hands over it. They've done more, they spent more money and more effort on that sign than just the track detail, and that is disastrous for the game. Because when you've got boring races like this, which I have, move back to the piece about 18. About Bottas, who's ahead, is not so much. Actually better than Bottas. But Bottas pulls over to the side, mechanical failure, down. See there. I think about half a year later we pulled through. Bottas is already back in the already back in the hotel in the bath. It's just cars being left there because the marshals don't want it. The marshals are in assault. But finally we have ourselves a race. But it's not what you would expect. This is why. As you can tell by the title of the video. Bernie's arrived in his plane. We're going to race Bernie as he arrives on his plane. Saw the plane circling early. Come on, we're going to race him down the straight. Bernie's got the edge in his plane. Come on, speed up. He can't be this slow. I've given 3 engine upgrades. I think Bernie has won this plane. And he is 19 laps too late for the start of the race. But then Liberty Media probably told him no time because I don't want to race it. This is Lewis Hamilton, at 21. We actually got some actual racing, and he's catching up to Max Verstappen short. But after coming out, I expected him to start catching me, and he's at his 12-second behind, so that's the best. So we're definitely going to get but Verstappen, the records just found this year. If we were now, we had to do some major upgrades. Definitely multi-season. Try and win the Drivers' and Constructors' World Championship. But here is moving to lap 24 of 2018. Is Lewis Hamilton, who made that very late. He's doing a 3 or 4 stop race. Later on lap 24 down the end of the DRS straight, which is not the DRS straight, there's no excuse me, Hamilton falls out of the spray, out of Verstappen, goes down the inside though, but crucially, Verstappen keeps in as the future world champion, I'm sure he will be, and pushes Hamilton wide, but Hamilton actually manages to find some traction on outside there, pulls it through as we go through. Verstappen sees the place, and Hamilton's up into P6, and that was indeed a race. That was a lap car ahead, not Perez. Perez was a couple of laps ahead. Very, very dull. I apologise. Hopefully Mexico will be...
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition.
It wasn't great, it was a boring effort.
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is.
No.
Well, though,
because they had the best car who just ran away.
Behind the scenes,
Million
talented hand on the wheel, of course.
Else.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem
and
to
they're out
exist
in
in
force
this.
again
Yeah.
today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
Vettel's actually won at this game. So is that a sign of things to come for season 2? Vettel back. I've seen in a few career modes where other career modes where Vettel start to come back. So I'll have to wait and see if he comes back later on. But yes, we finished P5. I'll take that in a race where he didn't really have the pace. Our fastest lap was about 1,000 light years slower than everybody else, but apart from Esteban Ocon, who finished down in P9 in the end. We beat Red Bull, we beat Renault as well. Our Magnussen retired at the end, engine failure. But he was ahead of Stroll and the two Saubers. Verline's best lap was a 2 minutes .9. His AI is not good. It's a shame because I think Verline is deserving of that seat at Williams, but I don't think he'll get it, sadly. And I think he'll end up back in DTM, which is where he proves himself to get that mana drive. In terms of the standings, Raikkonen has already won, as we already know. Verline has no points, and we have 102 now, which is fantastic. 10 points behind Red Bull's Max Verstappen. Could we catch him? I don't know, but it's given us some definite breathing room between us and Ocon, 22 points. I think that's it. Is Ocon doing very well to beat Perez? So in terms of the constructors, though, Carlos has had too much bad luck. We end up P5 is looking like where we're going to get 30 resource points to spend them next year. Should we remain at Toro Rosso? In terms of the rivalry, we are leading the rivalry 24-20, so we might actually win a rivalry for once. Big step up with Renault, we've gained all the stuff back and a little bit with Ferrari as well. Force India, the only team not to move there. Williams are definitely going to offer us, but whether or not another team does, we'll have to wait and see. For this video, if you have enjoyed, please smash that like button. I know it has been a little bit boring, but hopefully future episodes. If you want an interesting career mode, go and check out part 15 when we collided at 130R for that. But yes, that's been it. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, channel if you see more F1 2017 videos, etc., and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.